Hey guys, what's going on? Aaron here. Welcome to the video. So was $124,000 the top for Bitcoin? I want to talk about a couple things in this video. So Ethereum dropped to $4,300, Bitcoin below $110,000 not too long ago. I want to talk about why or why not 124K was the top. Is this the end of this cycle? All that kind of stuff. I'm going to talk about Bitcoin percentage drawdowns from the all-time high. So what Bitcoin often does in a bull market, taking a look at some charts about Bitcoin's ROI, a chart looking at global M2 versus Bitcoin and why this is still on track. But before I dive into all of those charts and share my opinions on am I scared, am I selling, what does this all mean to me, I first want to talk about iTrust Capital. This is my Roth IRA right here. And you can roll over an IRA, you can buy crypto, you can buy gold. Take a look right here at the available assets. You could basically buy a lot of altcoins if you wanted to and hold them in a retirement account. And they also have a new account called the custody account. And why this is interesting and often a better idea than Coinbase or Gemini is for this one reason, and I'll make this short. US dollars or crypto goes in, but only US withdrawals go out. It does not allow an account to be withdrawn as crypto. This feature reduces the risk of your account getting hacked and having your crypto sent to an external wallet. So it is very cool. And if you want to check it out, you can go to my link below. You can see the promo code right now, which is Bennett7, and you can grab a $100 bonus if you decide to check it out. And lastly, they have the same custody as some of the biggest ETFs, Coinbase Prime, Wells Fargo, and Fidelity Digital Assets. Alrighty guys, so starting right here, Bitcoin percentage from all-time high. So I want to zoom in right now. Right now, Bitcoin is around 11% from the all-time high. If I zoom in a little further, around 11%. So in the name of drawdowns from all-time highs, otherwise known as dips, where we are now is pathetically small. Back in the summer of 2021, we saw a Bitcoin dip of over 52%. And then Bitcoin went on in November to hit a new all-time high. So imagine if Bitcoin dips 50% right now. I hope it doesn't, but hypothetically, that wouldn't be too far off from what we saw in 2021. Granted, we are a little bit later in the year. This happened back in the spring, early summer, but nonetheless, dips happen, guys. So I want to talk about a couple reasons why 124K was not the top, okay? Now, could I be wrong? Sure. Everybody can be wrong here. But for one, this would be the earliest top for Bitcoin per the last two cycles. So if 124K was the top, this would be the earliest top for the cycle. In the previous market cycle in 2021, we ended in November, early November, and then in 2017, we ended in earlier mid-December. Right now, this would be again way earlier than the previous two cycles. Another reason is that there was not an insane blow-off top. Ethereum barely broke its all-time high, right? So this would be really, really weird for this to be the end of the cycle. Bitcoin is not too far off from where it was early this year, basically end of last year. We're not too far off. Also, we did not see an insane altcoin rally, which historically always ends the cycle. We didn't see that. So again, if this was the top, it would be really, really weird and not like any of the other cycles. And I don't believe that's the case. Also, 401ks will begin to buy. Institutions are not stopping buying either. And the Genius Act will be passed later this year, which will really allow more and more capital to come in. Now, I want to show you this pic right here. So this is the global M2 versus Bitcoin. So a lot of people are like, oh, Bitcoin is not tracking the global M2 anymore. So the black line is the global money supply and the red line here is Bitcoin. But we've seen Bitcoin over the global M2. Like we've seen it outperform, if that makes sense. But we always come back down. So we've seen the spread happen many, many times. This is a larger spread than we've seen in a while. So that's why people are like, oh, this chart's broken. But, I don't think it's broken yet. Essentially, this chart's showing around $180,000 to $200,000 Bitcoin if it ends up catching up, which again, it's been higher, then it's come down. It's been lower, then it's caught up right here. So we'll see. I don't think it's dead yet. And right here, so this is CZ, CEO or founder of Binance. This is a tweet he did in 2020, end of 2020. So really before the bull run really started in 2021. So waiting for the new headline, Bitcoin crashes from $101,000 to $85,000. He said this almost 5 years ago, right? 4.5 years ago or so. And that's kind of what we're seeing. People are panicking. Bitcoin crashes from 124 to 110K. Or, if Bitcoin goes lower, Bitcoin crashes from 124 to 100K, right? That's the same idea. And he's like, wait for this tweet. When he wrote this tweet, we were much lower, and a crash to 85K would have been a dream back then. We're like, wait, hold up. Bitcoin hit 85K, And right now it's like, hold up. Bitcoin hit 110 where we are now. So it's all perspective. And today he says, waiting for the new headline, Bitcoin crashes from $1,001,000 to $985,000. Yeah, I think that'll happen. Actually, I know that'll happen. And that's why these dips are just not a big deal. And what makes dips feel more tolerable is if you have dry powder to buy the dips. So putting limit orders in where it automatically buys the dips for you. That's what I've been doing. It makes the dips feel a lot more tolerable and even enjoyable, to be honest, because you are acquiring more coins that you want. You are lowering your cost basis for that coin, or you are stacking more Bitcoin, etc. So that's basically it for the video. Again, check out iTrust Capital if you would like using my code Bennett7. I'll include the link to that below in the description. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are taking deep breaths and not panicking. And that's it, guys. Till next time, talk with you soon, and bye for now.